guys, what's up? Today I'm going to go through the deck profile for everyone. The version that contains the PK engine. It's not really a PK deck. I'm just playing 3 Phantom Knight cards. I love this version the most because it consistently puts up a big board and plays through a lot of the meta related stuff that will hurt you. Or hurt most versions of Pendulums. So it's very consistent in what it does. Like, I showed you guys the combo where Joker is 5 monster negates on his own, going uninterrupted. And the deck gets away with Murder, going away uninterrupted. So they have to find something to stop you. And the best answer for them is Nibiru, but we have the technology, gentlemen. We have made a way to play through Nibiru. I'm going to show you guys a combo at the end, but let's go through deck profile for now. First, we have Batman's greatest enemy, the Joker. 2 Double Iris. 2 Celestial Magician. Then we have 3 Harmonizing. She's the real MVP. We have 2 Oath. You could really play 3. Theoretically, 3 is great, seeing 1. But the problem is when you see more than 1. He's not that bad, to be very honest. Because truth be told, if you play a Sky Striker matchup, you'd always want to see 1 on the field and 1 in the scale. At all times. Sky Striker matchup, you're not really worried. That's like one of your best matchup. They cannot beat you. But it's worrying that they have things that they didn't have back then, like Nibiru. They're not afraid of hand traps and those things. Sky Strikers is a beast, don't get me wrong. I have a Sky Striker deck as well. So if you guys want to see a deck profile for that, you can, but I don't have it built up. I don't use the Sky Strikers. Then we have 2 level 7 Magicians. Now, it's important to note I'm not playing Pit. It's not that I don't want to. It's actually damn good, especially in this Striker matchup. But the problem with it is that the deck requires for you to see effect monsters. So, you can't play a normal monster. It's not that you can't, it's just that when it comes up, you might be in a really bad position. Just because it's not an effect monster. From there, we have the standard stuff. Your tuners, White Wing, Noble Dragon, and Tuning Magician. Now, persons will play 2 Tuning Magicians. I'll tell you not to do that, because the reason why is that, well, first of all, for me, if the duel doesn't end on turn 1, you're going to lose. Now, fun fact, I've won 100% of my duels that I go first and set up my board. So you have nothing to worry about. So you can take my advice in saying that the second Tuning Magician doesn't matter, because there's may never come a time you'll ever use the effect a second time. So what you do, this works as the second Tuning Magician for you. That you can normal summon, link, and find this. It's only going to be an issue if they negate the Christian Halkifibrax, but most likely they will not. The reason why is that they're going to see so many things to negate, important stuff, and more important than the Needle Fiber, that the Needle Fiber gets away with murder by the time they see it. It's just that they have to negate the other stuff first. So, I guarantee you, my man, just play this. It's just a free body on board. And that's all you really need, just to see an effect monster to do your combo. And that in itself is dirty, but let's move on. I digress. You should play it like that. You can play the 2 Tuning Magician if you want, but the moment you draw both of them, you're going to feel it. From there, we have Triple Revolution Dragon. The 1 Odd Eyes is only there in the event you're desperate and you need to see a high scale. We have Triple Dark Worm, and after that we of course have 2 Gate 0. Pro tip, play 3-2. And that rounds it up for all your Dark Worm stuff. Now, the thing is with the deck, it's super consistent. I was playing Allure, took it out because it was too consistent. You hear that? The problem was that it was too consistent. You find your way into this very easily because you play 3 Revolution Dragon, 3 Dark Worm, you play 3 Duelist Alliance along with 3 Pendulum Call. You find these combos almost 80% of the time. And the thing is, you don't even need to see the Dark Worm if you see the Pen Call. That's just how good it is. For your last monsters that are not Pendulum, we have the 1 Boots and 0 Day. 0 Day is just a requirement to do the combo. Boots is a requirement as well. You need to play a Phantom Knight card. He's the best one because it's a roto for the entire archetype. From there, for spells, we have Triple Duelist Alliance, Triple Pen Call, We have the Star Pendulum Graph, along with 2 Shrine and Foolish Burial. You have Called by the Grave. And then for the PK, we have the new rank up spell, which is Phantom's Night rank up Magic Force. And we, of course, for the traps, we have the Shade Brigandine that combos off with it. And then we have the Time Pendulum Graph to go to the Star Pendulum Graph. Especially good seeing that Double Iris is at 2 and they're searchable. And that rounds it up for all your spells. Let's go into the extra deck. The extra deck right now I'm going to show you as is 16 cards, but I'm going to show you what you should cut. First of all, we have Vortex, self-explanatory. We have Dragite, Oral Savage, and Hot Red. Please note the card here that you'd cut is Dragite because you don't exactly need it. Majority of time there's not space to summon it. You can summon Dweller as most persons want me to play Dweller. I don't like Dweller because it doesn't really have a high impact in Jamaica. Like, Jamaica is just wild. Just wild. There's no other word to describe it. You could play Phantasm in your main deck, and after 5 rounds you cannot summon it even once. Like, that is just Jamaica on a whole. And the one person who links someone is going to be a Madolche deck. So just get the logic of that. The one deck that's going to link someone. So it's just really bad, and in terms of what I face might not be what you guys face. So I don't play cards like Dweller. I might summon Dweller or have it in the extra deck and I don't play for the entire day. So it's just really not working out for me. So you guys can play it, I'm just not going to do it. Then from here you have Rebellion, Requiem, and Absolute. These are your main staple exceeds. You probably won't exceed into anything else. You have Cross Sheep, along with We Apprentice Witch, which is the next card you can cut. So if you don't want to play it, that's fine, but I'm going to explain why do you play it. Hulk, mandatory. Everything else is mandatory for the deck. The thing is that you most likely will go into 13 out of the 15 extra deck in your first turn. So you don't really have a lot of space to do much. Now, the Wee Witch can be cut from the deck, if you'd like, but the thing is, look at your Link 2s. They're not really generic, they don't really push you far by summoning them. So you're in a position where it's bad for you. Wee Witch would help you because your entire monster lineup that you're going to summon, that is not a tuner, is dark. 100% is dark. So you can always summon Wee Witch. And Wee Witch is not a bad card because it's a spellcaster. It gets you into your Selene with any monster. You hear the plus sides, right? While Dragite is just a free negate just for doing your combos. Most likely you're going to have a Water Engrave. There's no point in time I've ever summoned this card without seeing Hulk or Absolute first. But it is a possibility that you cannot see them. But it's very low. With Wee Witch gets you back a dark card from your graveyard, dark monster. It might not seem like a lot to most persons, but because of the way of the combo, you can always pop it with Rusty while it's equipped to Boral. So that means you'll get a add back for any monster, dark monster from your grave to your hand. So it gives you a free +1 for doing the combo. While with Dragite, majority of times you're going to have 5 monster negates, so you want to see spell and trap negates, so he facilitates that role very easily. So one of them have to go. The other 13 cards in the extra deck is mandatory and you'll see all of them on your first turn, so you cannot skip anything else. But these 2 is a must go. Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys a combo. Alright guys, this is for the combo. Now, I'm going to do the combo a little bit different from normal. What I'm going to do is show you the 3 card way to play. Now, obviously you need Pen Call plus Darkworm. You need Oath, Harmonizing, or any high scale magician to complete the combo. So it's really a lot of variety here to pick from, because you're going to search for the next one if you didn't even draw it. So yes. This is all we really require. I'm going to show you how to... I'm only going to use these 3 cards, and I'm going to show you what the deck can do. Because other persons prefer the next deck that doesn't play the PK engine, and I get you. I heard you out. But I'm telling you, this way is very good. Pen call Dark Worm. You're going to add Celestial Magician and Harmonizing. Good. The reason why Celestial is that its scale effect actually comes into play if your opponent actually starts destroying stuff. You get a free monster born for no reason. The card doesn't even get destroyed because Pen Call, you special summon from your graveyard first, then destroy it. So you're going to get the special summon, it's under Pen Call, it's not destroyed. So it's a free monster born for no good reason. Then you're going to use Dark Worm effect, summon itself and its next effect on field to add gate 0. You can set your scales from now, doesn't change much. So this is only to play through Nibiru. Strictly only Nibiru. Link summon. Halki Fibrax. Effect. Tuning Magician. Link. Celine. Selena Gomez. Effect to pull back. Now this is the choke point for your opponent. Between the stop you right here with a Nibiru, or they're going to have to look on the Apollosa right now. The thing is, if most players don't know what you're doing, they're going to allow you to make this go through and they're going to lose. But if they're wise enough to know that you're going to summon your Apollosa, they are going to Nibiru you here. The last time I got Nibiru'd was like, since the Nibiru and I found this way to play around it, I've hardly been getting Nib, which is great. But like the last time I got Nibiru, my opponent watched the Apollosa go through and then Nibiru on Pendulum summon. And I was like, this is a joke. Negate. They imperm the Apollosa and the entire field was gone. I lost that you. But every single other time before that, like the last 5 times, the Nibiru has not been activated or it just doesn't work. I negate it with Apollosa because they didn't know what I was doing. So if your opponent's not wise up, don't let them any wiser. Just let them be under the impression that everything is fine. It's not going to be for them. So let's just say my opponent is the wise one, and they're going to Nibiru. Tribute your field and Dwayne Johnson in the middle of the board. They can summon the Nibiru anywhere they want. They can summon the token anywhere they want. You can do the entire combo. So it's not affected by Nibiru in that way. You can still perform the entire combo. Use Oath to get back your Harmonizing, and it's time to Pendulum summon. We'll work on the... Well, we'll start working on the right side of the board. Please note the monster placement, it does matter a little. Now it's time to use Harmonizing effect. I'll get Dragon Caller from the deck and Exceed Summon into Absolute. Now the most ideal situation is if you had White Wave Magician, so you could synchron your Savage using this Dark Worm from down, but we don't have it, so we'll work with a plan B. We'll link Shokan into our Cross Sheep. We'll get Absolute effect to special summon Vortex. Cross Sheep effect to Monster Reborn from our graveyard. Now here's the kicker. We have to do it this way. Yes, we do. If you have Magical Dragon, you could play it out very differently. But because I don't, I'm required to play it out like this. So from here, I'll go into my Celine. And I'll be required to Monster Reborn using the Celine. I really didn't want to, but you're forced to. You have options. In the event that you want to put back the Dragon Caller in your face-up extra deck for some reason, you can. Otherwise, from that, Tuning Magician is next best. From here, you are going to link someone with both Harmonizing and Tuning Magician. You're going to go into your Virus Swordsman and it will special summon from the deck 0-day. You're going to link with both of these, apologies, to go into your Apollosa. Now you're going to link with both of these. The problem is that Apollosa, you cannot use tokens to get into it. So the mere fact that Nibiru sent you a token, it was an issue. But you can now Berserker, my apologies, Virus Swordsman, and the token to go into Berserker. Because Berserker only requires a Codebreaker plus any monster. And because it's a Link 3, that was perfect. Now Codebreaker's effect, you get the Monster Reborn too. From here, you will link with both of these to go into your Rusty Bardiche effect. You will send Boots to set the trap card. You may activate the trap card immediately and exceed someone into your Dark Rebellion. So Dark Rebellion is here. Of course, we can banish Boots to get or rank up magic and set it. Now, this is not a great turnout for you, but oh yeah, by the way, you're going to pop the Nibiru with your Rusty because that Dark one's so special to someone. The ideal situation here is that you're going to wait a turn before you rank up. The reason why, if they're going to have Dark Ruler no more after the Nibiru, this is the way to go, because otherwise you're going to still have to play through this. And you want to reserve your Vortex strictly to negate spell and traps. So the mere fact they go to their main phase, they say Dark Ruler, do not chain to the Dark Ruler, wait till it resolves, then you rank up. You get to banish any dark monster from your graveyard. We'll banish the Gate 0 because there's no further use for it. And we'll rank up into Dark Requiem Exceed Dragon. So, after the Dark Ruler goes through, they still have to look on 3 monster negates. And it negates and destroys. So, I'm not here to play Sun. I'm here for the belt. For Dragon Link, they auto lose to this immediately. Because you are going to remove the monsters off the field. They need the board presence to do what they're doing. For a lot of meta decks, they immediately lose to Requiem alone. 3 monster negates is a lot. A lot of persons can lose to potentially 1, depending on the choke point, or even 2. 3 is a lot. So that's how far it can get you. I'm not really seeing a way... Please remember, your Pendulum Magician didn't use effect as yet, so you can always reborn it when you're ready. But the thing is, I'm not really seeing a way to get Savage on the board that easily. If one of the subscribers see a way to get the Savage on the board, please leave it down below. I am baffled. The thing is, if we had a tuner, example, we started off with White Wing, we could have made Savage before we even made the cross sheet, and all would be well. Everything would be great. But this situation we don't. Remember, we haven't even used the Pendulum Magician. What I was thinking was on the lines was that I could pull back Dragon Caller. But the thing is, the Nibiru token is such a bastard. Because you still can't link someone into your Virus Swordsman with it because it requires 2 effect monsters. So the token was really blocking you. I was thinking of reserving the... Apologies. I was thinking on reserving on the Selena effect, the Monster Reborn, and then wait until the combo reaches a bit further to Monster Reborn, but it just didn't change much because you'd still have the free 0 day on the field doing nothing. So instead of having the 0 day on the field doing nothing, we just summon Apollosa with it, which is pluses because we're going to get it back anyways. So if you guys see anything in the combo that you want, definitely reach out. Just say to me, my man, this is how it works. Alright? Thanks for watching, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.